So, why I'm saying is, I'm reaching out to the communities in the rural areas virtually and talking to especially the ladies, the mothers, the grandmothers, the importance of English, because we are getting trained by Europeans, US, all the training models, they have their data, not our data. And the accuracy, everything is theirs, and Nepali is falling behind. It takes a lot of time. Comparing to Hindi, you call it Indic language, Bhojpuri and what? All these Maithili and Hindi, the accuracy is far higher because the scale of data they have in India is huge. So it's huge and the accuracy, right? So coming back to my talk, please excuse me. Maybe I'll switch over to one or two words of Nepali also. Why I have chosen this theme is actually, it boils down to power of people. Finally, the theme is the resident, the AI. I'm just starting from AI hospital in China. They have already started. So they have all these AI agents, robotics, talking to the patients, and human in the loop, of course, is there. Yes. So with this, I call it resident. Yes, and these it's very important to know because this is going to be at our doorstep. Nepal maybe, like infrastructure-wise, in the hospital, all these come quite fast also, and India is catching up. And so these agents, the AI, they have like crores of medical journals, they have internalized, and one click button, everything about the researchers, latest research. And the other thing is, it never sleeps, 24 hours.
Wake up.
So it can, with a blink of eye, billions of data it can give you. So this is the background. Also, the latest thing is, when I'm sleeping, this agent can tell me what kind of disease I have, what kind of disease I'm going to have after a month, or maybe after a few days, or after 2 years or 5 years. That has become possible because the way we breathe when we are sleeping, the way our rhythm, the way we position our leg, so all these things are related. So this is the magic. Now with the magic, with a great power, it's a fantastic power, comes with a lot of liabilities, because it is like electricity, it is like toasting your bread. If you overheat it, becomes dark and charcoal, so it can turn us into charcoal, as it is happening in the world. The massive drones, you don't need human being. It's a swarm of drones. They are talking to each other, signaling each other, throw their missiles. So it's gone out of control. Anthropic is the company who had taken all the defense data from US, and it's working. It's killing people as targeted. And also now the question is basically how responsible the designer of the system is. Anthropic has given up because the decision makers are Trump and his army heads, who has got no background about AI. So imagine in being driven by such people, and the great miracle innovation taken by Anthropic. So Anthropic has backed out. and Elon Musk has come forward because you know that it's a security data of American defense in the hand of other people. So this is the whole theme of my talk is on that. So it's artificial intelligence. If we use it properly, we have it will do all the repetitive tasks, routine tasks, and we have all free time. We'll have a lot of power to run the society, to have a lot of dialogue. So that is ultimately whatever I'm talking, it boils down to power of the people. Okay? The brilliance of the code and the liability I told you. So we toast not just to the intelligence, there has to be ethics that should be guided, finally. So, you know, if the designer of the system are not ethical, they have not included a lot of ethical value issues into the system of their design. It's happening in the American Air Force. Now we see in Iran war. So that is the outcome. The other thing is, now because of all these dangerous things that is coming at one end and the excellent miracle that is happening, we have to cash. We have to make use of it for our country, to develop our rural areas, health sector, agriculture, legal sector, academics. We have the wonderful tool that will take all the rural people forward now, provided if they have the mobile in the hand. Yes? So the power comes there, right? So the European Union and its NIST in Geneva, whole entire European countries, they have already started with the AI regulation, the legal framework, the deploying the framework, it is already happening. And they have come with a very strong standards and deployment. It's huge dialogue. I would like to request all of you to have, go through the YouTube sessions on lot of, they have panel discussions going on. And in this coming July, there's going to be a mass scale deployment, challenges. All these things are happening. So I would like to request all of you to follow that. It's very important because they are going to have a lot of regulation, lot of ethical issues included in the system. We are going to be, especially uneducated, mass from the rural areas, are going to be guinea pigs. No education, no idea. So it will be the bread which is burnt in the rural areas. We are going to be guinea pigged, because what is government? Government is, we all are government. We all are responsible. If each and every, why I mentioned that I'm going to community is because we are seeing a lot of disasters here also already. In rural sector, especially for women, old age people, it's going to be very vulnerable. So I would like to request all of you to be ambassadors from this respect. So the other thing is, the reason is, we local people, whatever data is historical data, and a lot of historical data are biased and prejudiced, and so it's going to process the prejudices. So that's why auditing the bias, the audit in the Nepal government, we have AI Council now just beginning. Okay, the council is supposed to train people, bring very good auditors in this area to take care of the biased input data, training data. The other thing is, it's called black box. Why the black box is, whatever you have fantastic hospital with robots doing excellent surgery, very accurate. But there are times it makes mistake. If you tell the robotics that you have made a mistake, there's a disaster, it will say it's maths, it's all predictive analysis, it's all a lot of neurons, it will say that. So then what do you do? So for that, the answer is the term called explainable AI. That is the term. It's human readable, rational, in the sense that whatever you do, whatever you automate, basically, there has to be human in the loop. Final decision has to be human to avoid the disaster. The other thing is, I hope that so ethics is the steering wheel, and wheel needs chassis. For 40 years, I'm a graduate from IIT Kanpur. Okay, that's a world standard. To me, it's a world standard. They have a guideline. In 1946, before India became independent, they started a council called, it's a regulating body. They designed an act which is called Institute of National Importance, INI. That is the framework that was designed in 1946. Under that umbrella, under that framework, under that legal framework, they gave total power to 5 IITs, All India Medical, and it's not only the budget, the scale of budget was different from other universities and other engineering colleges. It was designing a competency. So this is the issue I have been, ever since I came back from IIT Kanpur. I started teaching in Engineering Institute. I had a software company. I was very much attached with the starting of IT industry in Nepal, long time back. And having degree from UK, I was in Philips Holland for 1 year. I had all that European background and trying to promote this Institute of National Importance to the Ministry of Education, to the Planning Commission. I have been advocating for past 40 years to bring out this act. Today, IOE is crying. This teaching hospital is crying because we need these public institutions, because all this AI, all these great things is on our doorstep, yet we don't have legal framework, we don't have budget, and even if budget is rolled out, the competency of the institution, that is what is required, because the question on the audit of the data, the massive data from the cloud, and the reports they are feeding to the decision makers can be havoc. When havoc happens, who becomes accountable? Will the private sector ever be able to become accountable? That's not possible. We need private sectors. We have to work with private sectors to come up stronger. But when it comes to questioning those data, questioning those havoc, questioning all those great platforms we are now in our on our mobile, who is going to be accountable? Who will become accountable? In India, IITs, they provide a lot of such cross checks. All India Medical, in the medical sector, they have great professionals. Even in Bangalore, they have the world-class mental hospitals. They are responsible for all the havocs that happen on the mental disease and the apps that is coming out, which can be disastrous which is replacing sort of neuropsychiatrists. It's fantastic. It assists the doctor. So you have to be augmented. Every sector you are touching, education, health, legal sector, agriculture sector, all the specialists have to be augmented by the AI. Okay? So that is how it's not replacing, it's not total replacement of the thing. Human loop in the process has to be there, right? So that is what I want to highlight here. So it's a space.
Can we have a question answer session?
Okay.
Toastmasters only wanted to ask.
So finally it's the power. Let's be powerful with AI and especially with yes. And let's move ahead. Thank you. Yeah, I
Sit here, please.
when I talk long, like
Yeah,
because of
yeah.
my age, I'll sit and
Excuse me, ma'am.
yeah.
I have one question for you.
Okay, sure.
Thank you for a wonderful presentation about the AI, and it's the future course. Definitely, it's a future course. If we human being use in a responsible way, and you are advocating the various organizations of Nepal, especially Ministry of Education, Ministry of Health, about developing the data, and we need to be responsible. What do you find do you find any particular people or responsible person who are more like thinking in your
Okay.
retrospect, in your way, that we need to also take the changes happening in the world in terms of in the sector of technology, and
Yes.
do you find any particular person in the government sector in the government organizations? Do you have any?
Yeah, it's a very collaborative approach, right? If I see the positive aspect, we have a lot of outsourcing software companies, and they are our tech friends. Yes, and they are doing, in health sector. There's a company doing U.S. insurance project. It's huge. Or similarly, in other field, even in AI also, we have fuse machines. They are working.
No,
on
ma'am, I'm
these
just.
things. So what I'm saying is they are in the loop. So when you say the answer is, we have software association. Okay, the president of software association, he brings all these miracle guys. We have CNI. Yes, we have CNI, FNCCI. And we have university associations, and it's all collaborative thing. So if you say single person, it's very difficult in the current political scenario. I'm sure a lot of we have Muni Sakya. I was there. I was used to be so vocal. I used to fight it out. If you watch my YouTube, Timlai Mithapa, there are a lot of YouTubes where I have scolded ministers in the place where I was given ICT award. There's a big YouTube in my. You please visit my this thing. So when you say single person, it is very difficult to identify. We had good people, but they went abroad. So yeah.
My question is that that we have so many companies. We have a few basin. We have
Yes.
we have iPhone software. So many companies that we have, but we have also university also working on. But I was looking for in the ministry, in the government, people who lead the organization, who make the policies, if they are also.
I'll help you with that. What ma'am is telling you, when you talk about a single person,
Not single person.
so like if you identify any person or any organization, then their interpretation might be biased towards their own interests. So it is what ma'am is telling, that it is a collaborative approach. Like CNI has, FNCCI has. I believe
Software association.
yes, software association is
Computer
there.
association.
So basically, people are coming together so
Yes.
so that nobody's personal agenda is put forward. This is a very tricky situation.
Yes.
You know, we can discuss it after in postmaster. So I had a question, ma'am.
Yes,
So
sure.
I was fortunate to receive a class from Emmett Goldberg. It is from Stanford University, and he gave us a class on this AI. Like, I'm an entrepreneur, and so we all are confused. What is AI? Everyone, like, I'm not from an IT background. You know, I'm into manufacturing. So everyone in my class is like, what is AI? How it will affect our business? So you talked a very good thing. You know, like talking about the data, talking about the quality of data
Yeah.
and auditors. Okay.
Yeah.
So in your when you said that the quality of data that is generated in Nepal, and we are talking about auditors, right? And we don't have good auditors in place, right? So, like, I was curious, like, what you are telling that in India there's an independent like from IIT Kanpur, they have some this institution of auditors who check the data. I was a bit confused. I'm not much knowledgeable about this, but
Not checking the data, they do a lot of research on the data of the
okay,
government.
okay.
Yeah.
From the government,
So
we
they
have.
become accountable, you know, like when they need a lot of international help, they refer to the professors of IITs and all these researchers. That's what I meant. Yeah, that's what I meant. It's not that data play. Yeah, they have a lot of PhD students working on these analyzing data.
The way they incubate data and
Ah,
they
so
produce
they
it,
have-
that is reliable.
No, but they're very close to the reliable part. So they have a lot of startup companies working on data, a lot of professors, not only IIT, in collaboration with other IITs together. So it is not what, see, this is a very complex area.
Yes.
Very, very complex area. So you need a lot of experts team in this.
So that you have been advocating in Nepal, right?
Ah,
This is what we are understanding.
that is what, because now you have so many universities,
Okay.
you know, which is turning out a lot of bright boys. And
Okay.
they're doing masters
girls.
and
And girls.
PhD. And you know, they lack such projects like it is happening in India.
Last question. Yeah, may I ask a question?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, please.
So, thank you for your presentation, really excellent.
Thank
Got me to think about the
Okay.
AI challenges
Yes.
more.
Yeah.
Well, I come back to the question on data. I just mentioned that data, you know, you said that historical data is biased.
Yes.
So I wanted to question you back again, saying why historical data is only biased? Why not current or even future data that is coming up? Because you need data to train these AIs,
Right.
right? So why do you consider only the historical data to be
Historical
biased?
data, from positive sense, let me tell you, you know, historically, you know, like because of limitation, okay, of the resources in collecting data, or the culture of documenting everything, yes. So in Nepal, I see, for good example, let me tell you. If you talk about the prison, during the Rana regime, you know, a lot of people, you know, went to prison, and so I was hunting for data of the prison and those people and their family, the suffering. So those things are fantastic data. I was really, you know, trying to feed a lot of into ChatGPT. You know, it comes in the, so a lot of data you train in the ChatGPT, and so trying to reach out to the older people above 90, 95 is, you know, trying to extract, because they are facing a lot of these people are saying, we have so much data here, but we are dying, nobody is capturing your data. So I have brought a system, I have designed a system to capture the data. So things, if you look into those, the books which were, the documents which were written, let's say 150 years ago, biased, very, very much biased.
Limited.
So what these people above 90, what they are speaking, and limitation. So from that aspect, it's a wonderful tool, AI.
I think ma'am very rightly said that why only historical, even present and future data can be biased
Of
based on what is the interest working what is the interest that is guiding the person who's presenting it. That's
Yeah,
why,
absolutely.
that's why it has to be a community setup, not an individual setup.
Because
Actually,
because all the
that
frameworks
that
we-
has always been in society. Like for example, history is written by the people who actually are in that influencing circle,
Yeah, power, yes,
right?
and they can
So-
push the story. Right?
So it's an interpretation of the person who has won battles at that point of time, and history will always be written by those kind of people, and yeah, who are winners.
Yeah,
That is true with the European data in American
yeah,
data.
yeah.
It's true.
I'm really interested to work with mom myself. So that's very
Especially in the business front.
yes.
You know, how do you integrate AI?
That is what I want to learn from you.
Yeah.
How to put my data and get out of it, you know,
Yeah, we can have
some
that
value.
Yeah, that's great.
So it can be a good collaboration, ma'am. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.